My brothers and sisters, what is going on, everybody? This is Steel Sermon in the house. Wednesday night with another video. Not going to really recap the series between the Pirates and the Astros because it kind of segues into what I'm going to get into here. As always, do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram. Link is posted in the description box below. So I'm just going to say right now, for those of you little wusses here that can't handle a little slander and you can't handle trash talk because it gets your panties up in a bunch, I suggest you shut this video off right now or look for something else because I'm going to go in on this one. Okay? All you sensitive Cardinals fans, all you sensitive Gen Zers out there who, you got little, you got thin skin, can't take a little, trash talk. Here's the thing. Before I started just covering my teams, I used to be a trash talker. Okay? So, you're about to see not the full thing about what my channel used to be, but you're going to get a little taste of it. So just buckle yourselves in here, okay? So, the Pirates, we dropped 2 out of 3 against the Houston Astros. I mean, I didn't expect us to win that series, honestly, because, it doesn't really matter what the record is. The Astros are still a great team. They're the defending champs for a reason. Great teams find ways to win games. I know they're down Altuve and Brantley, but you know what? They still got an incredibly stacked team there, and, they took it to us. They kind of cooled us off a little bit. They gave us a little bit of humble pie. And it's like, okay, maybe we're not quite there yet as far as competing with the big boys go. I mean, yeah, we had that great walk-off win on a Tuesday night. That was sensational by G1 Bay. But, it's like, okay, the defending champs may have been ambitious. But now we're going up against the team in baseball that has given me the absolute most grief. I cannot stand this freaking organization in St. Louis, Missouri, known as the St. Louis Cardinals. And I would love nothing more, okay? Pittsburgh Pirates, if you are indeed turning a corner and you are indeed improved and you are taking yourself seriously as a team that's going to be on the rise in the future, do yourselves a favor, okay? You got 4 days in St. Louis coming up. Go to Busch Stadium and punch these motherfuckers in the mouth for 4 straight games. This is an all-out boxing match right here. And if you think we're just going to lie down and die against the Cardinals just because we had a bad series against the Astros, think again, St. Louis. Okay? Your days of running this division are over. Okay? You're not the best team in this division. You won the division last year by total default because the Milwaukee Brewers are just idiots who inexplicably sold at the deadline. The Cubs are going through a rebuild, and you get the majority of your wins beaten up on bottom dwellers like us and the Reds last year. Okay? You fancy yourselves baseball heaven? Bitch, you'd be lucky to be baseball purgatory. I mean, what have you done? A franchise that's been deemed as a standard of excellence? Well, guess what? This is a what have you done for me lately league. And now, just like us, you have a title drought that's going on that's been over a decade as well. I mean, I got absolutely no room to talk about that being a Pirates fan because they've never even sniffed a World Series in my lifetime. But it's 2 completely different franchises. No one expects us to ever be good. No one expects us to ever do anything. But everybody expects the Cardinals to do something. And your claim to fame happened over a decade ago because the Texas Rangers are the premier choke artists in the MLB who had you down to your final strike not once but twice and you pulled some BS out of your ass like you always do. Then the umps gifted you the Atlanta game in 2012. We all know that wasn't an infield fly. And then, you pulled some more BS out of your ass against the Nationals. You choked against the Giants. Let's see, 2014. I'll get to 2013 in a little bit. But in 2014, let's see what else happened. Okay, you beat the Dodgers. Whoop-de-doo. They always choke in the playoffs. Got smacked around by your big brother again in the Giants. Then you got clobbered by the Chicago Cubs the very next year. And you gave them the confidence that they could win the World Series. So congratulations on that. You're not even better than your biggest rival of all time in the Cubs. And then what have you done since then? Constant disappointments in the playoffs. Atlanta choked. And then he got smacked by Washington. Then he got smacked by San Diego in a shortened year. Then you couldn't beat the Dodgers in a wild card game. And then you got smacked around by Philadelphia last year. One playoff series win. One playoff series win in the last 5 years. And you want to call yourselves baseball heaven? The New York Yankees would like a word with you. The Houston Astros would like a word with you. The Boston Red Sox would like a word with you. So it looks like the bulk of your wins, St. Louis, comes against when the Pirates suck and when the Reds suck as well. Well, I got news for you, St. Louis. We ain't a pushover anymore. I get that we're coming off a bad game against the Astros, or we're coming off a bad series against them, but here's the thing. Houston's the defending champs. They're a good team. Those are two completely different teams right here. This is a young team that's finding an identity for themselves and constantly improving. The Astros, everyone expects them to go to the World Series. And look at you now. You're down. Yadi Molina's gone. Albert Pujols is gone. Adam Wainwright should be in a frickin' retirement home. And you're clinging on to your... That's pretty much all I got to say about the Cardinals. You cling on to past glories, not realizing what you need for the future, and your team is freaking boring. I mean, this is a franchise that just spews luck and bullshit out of their ass every single year. And you demand respect from people. You have the nerve to call the Houston Astros cheaters when you hacked their database back in 2015. So who are the real cheaters here? Oh yeah, the same franchise that had Mark McGwire shove needles up his ass. And you have the nerve to call franchises like the Yankees and the Astros cheaters? You're the real cheaters. I mean, at least they just disobeyed the integrity of the game. You committed a federal crime and lied about it. And then there was 2013. You robbed us of a World Series in 2013. I will take that to the grave with me. You robbed us of a World Series. We were the better team that year. And as usual, the baseball gods said, you know what? We can't have the Cardinals not be in the World Series. The Pirates, I mean, they had their fun. But, we can't have the Cardinals not be in the World Series. You robbed us. That was our year. And now, look at you. You're fourth place in the NL Central. And I know it's April, okay? I know it's an incredibly long season. I know that there's still 150-something games to go. But you know what? You guys want to know something? I really don't care. The fact that we are better than the Cardinals right now, the fact that they are in the basement in the NL Central right now, I think they're tied with Cincinnati as I'm speaking right now. The fact that the St. Louis Cardinals are in the basement in the NL Central, a place where us Pirate fans know all too well. The fact that they are in the basement, that just puts the brightest smile on my face. Okay? My team may not win the World Series this year. I don't expect us to win the World Series this year. I think anyone with half a brain cell can say that. But at least I got the next best thing going for me. And that's watching you buzzards fail miserably. Okay? We know that you can hit the ball. We know the Cardinals are a good offensive team. We know that they're a strong defensive team, but your pitching stinks. Okay? It's not like you're going up against some minor league players, as they like to say over there. No, this ain't a minor league team you're going up against. These aren't the same old Pittsburgh Pirates that you're going up against St. Louis. You're going up against a former NL MVP who knows your stadium quite well, may I add. You're going up against a savvy veteran at first base who has some quietly good power, and he can still get on base pretty well. You're going up against the best defensive third baseman in the league. You're going up against a second baseman who quietly has some good pop in the bat. You're going up against a center fielder who is in a slump to start this year, I will say that. But oh boy, when he runs into a ball, look out. He's going to hit that puppy to the freaking gateway arch. I can tell you that right now. And you're going up against a guy who plays in the outfield. And you better be on the freaking edge of your seat, St. Louis. And you better hope that Ben Cherington is just like Neil Huntington and doesn't pay this guy. If I was you, St. Louis, I would pray every single day that this guy does not sign Brian Reynolds. You do not want us to have Brian Reynolds long term. You really don't. A .347 batting average. He has 5 homers on the year. He has 14 RBIs. He has 17 base hits. He has a .358 on base percentage and a .04 WAR. You do not want to see us have this guy long term. You don't, St. Louis. Because I'll tell you this right now. If we sign this guy for 8 years and we pay him $104 over those 8 years, guess what's going to happen? He is going to put a boot up your ass for 8 straight years. And I'm going to enjoy every single moment of it. You do not want us to have this guy long term. You really don't. We may not have the best record in baseball, okay? We ain't the Tampa Bay Rays who are 12-0. We may not have the best record in baseball, but I can guarantee you, St. Louis, this is a young, hungry team that's going to go out there and they're going to fight. They're going to give you a game. They go out there and they give 110% effort every single game. Like I said, these aren't the same old Pittsburgh Pirates anymore. We ain't a pushover anymore. We are a hungry, young, feisty team, and we have blood on our minds. We want payback. I have waited over 2 decades. 2 decades of being a Pirate fan to watch this franchise be better than the Cardinals. And aside from 2013, this might be my best chance at seeing it. We ain't going to lie down and die, St. Louis. We ain't going to lie down, and we ain't just going to let you beat us. You want this 4-game series, you want 3 out of 4 against us, you're going to have to take it from us. Okay? Because the last time we were on the road, we went to a historic ballpark and swept the Boston Red Sox in historic Fenway Park. Last year, we went to LA in famous Dodger Stadium and swept the Dodgers. Who's to say in this 4-game series we go to yet another historic ballpark in Busch Stadium and bust out the brooms in a 4-game series against the Cardinals? I don't expect us to sweep the Cardinals. I don't. But man, oh man, I would love nothing more than to watch this team go into Busch and absolutely just stick it to him for 4 straight games. We're going to give you a battle, St. Louis. We're going to give you a freaking fight. You better be ready. Don't take us lightly, Don't take us lightly. You know what? As a matter of fact, Cardinals, take us lightly. Because when we beat you, you're going to have every excuse in the book for why we beat you. And I'm going to love it. So the bottom line of all this is, you win this series against us, no harm, no foul. No one's going to talk about it. Because everyone expects the Cardinals to win this series against us. Everyone expects St. Louis to still win the Central. Everyone still expects St. Louis to be miles ahead of us. So you win this series, so be it. You're just better than us. But if we win this series, and we take 3 out of 4 against you, we even sweep all 4 games against you, you better believe there is going to be serious consideration, serious conversation, and big talks about who the best team in the NL Central is and who might just be the worst team in the NL Central. You better show up, St. Louis. We ain't the same old Pirates anymore. So come on out and play. We're ready for you. Are you? So, like I said, Pittsburgh Pirates, do us a favor on my grandpa's birthday. May God rest his soul. Do me a favor and do him a favor. Go into Busch Stadium, set the tone early on, and show you are not afraid of these bullies. You're coming in jacked. You're coming in looking good, feeling good about yourselves. Are you going to let one bad series against the Astros define who you are as a team this year? Are you going to let the injury to O'Neal Cruz define your season? You better not. Because I'm telling you right now, if I see anything less than a split in this 4-game series, it's going to be apparent to me that you still can't win in this division. Pitching, do your thing. Bullpen, you've been strong so far all season. Holderman, living up to his last name. Holding opponents in check. A league leader at that in holds. And the rotation, silence their bats. Because the Cardinals think that this is just a, you know, like I said, I know I sound like a broken record. They think it's the same old Pirates. Lousy defense, pitching stinks, offense can't hit its way out of a paper bag. Yeah? Well, this defense really has turned some heads this year. And the Cardinals' bats may be good, but guess what? Our defense is better. Get it together, Pirates, and beat the Cardinals. Let me know what you think down below. Sorry for the profanity, but I can't stand the Cardinals. I hate losing to these guys. I hate the Philadelphia Flyers, and I hate the Baltimore Ravens as much as the next Pittsburgh sports fan does. Don't get me wrong, but here's the thing. The Pens and the Steelers can at least respectively beat the Flyers and the Ravens. And they've shown time and time again they are better than those two teams. The Pirates, we have been the Cardinals' punching bag for over 30 years now. And are you going to let that continue? Or are you going to pick yourselves up off the ground and are you going to slug those creeps in the face do what they did to you. They laughed at you, you laughed back at them. They slugged you down, trampled you, and beat you up. I want you to step on their throats and do not take your foot off until that freaking bird on that freaking bat stops breathing. Let's go Bucs! Steel Sermon checking on out for the night. May God be with you all. Go Bucs!